Victor Wembanyama has truly earned his nickname, the Alien, so it's only appropriate that Wemby would lean fully into that name with a visit to NASA in Houston.
While other NBA stars are chilling on beaches or grinding in private gyms, Victor Wembanyama just pulled off something that no basketball player in history has ever done. He didn't just take a trip, he literally went cosmic. Victor toured NASA's legendary Mission Control, climbed into a real lunar rover, and even called the crew aboard the International Space Station. But here's the wild twist. While he's exploring outer space, his critics back on Earth are exploding over his sophomore slump talk. This might be the most insane and unpredictable offseason story in NBA history. The 7'4" phenom, fittingly nicknamed the Alien, spent his break inside NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, where he explored the vehicle mock-up facility, strolled through Mission Control, and took a joyride in an actual lunar rover, like a kid living his dream. And it wasn't just some VIP tour. NASA rolled out the red carpet for him. They even let him sign the hatch, like an official space legend. The pictures are unreal. Wemby towering over billion-dollar spacecrafts, squeezed into astronaut seats clearly not built for someone his size, smiling while chatting with real astronauts aboard the ISS. NASA themselves couldn't hide their excitement, posting,
Don't even open that up.
No, let's listen to the announcement.
The 2024 Rookie of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs.
No simulations needed, just stellar vibes. They were straight up starstruck by basketball's biggest star. And get this, Wemby isn't faking the space obsession. He's been a proud space geek for years, even celebrating his 2024 Rookie of the Year title at the Kobe Planetarium. That's next level dedication to being out of this world. The man literally chose a planetarium to celebrate his Rookie of the Year award. Who even does that? While Wemby was out here reaching for the stars, the basketball world back on Earth was ready to drag him down hard. The criticism hit fast and hit deep. From the very start of his sophomore season, the talk was harsh. People were saying he looked underwhelming, that his game wasn't evolving like everyone expected. Some even claimed he was actually regressing instead of improving. The noise was getting louder by the day, and the takes, straight up fiery. In his sophomore debut, Wemby went just 5 for 18 from the field and 1 for 8 from deep. That's not the type of stat line fans were expecting from the guy labeled the future of basketball. The disappointment spread fast, and even NBA veterans couldn't stay silent. Draymond Green jumped in, breaking down what was really going wrong with Wemby's early struggles and what lessons he still had to learn. When Draymond is publicly handing you advice, you know the whole league's eyes are glued to your every move.
I never thought he was a great defensive player either. See, what it is there's not a lot of centers that are making him play defense. Like, he's not doing it against Joker because he has to be engaged. But when he's going against another guy, he's 7'6". Of course, if you lay it up, he's going to block it. But defense to me is guard that, shut him down. You want to impress me? Hold Joker under 15 points. Now you're playing all that weak side blocking shot. That's cool, but it ain't gonna work against guys like me and Joker and you know, Embiid. What he talking about with Bam plays people. He plays the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. So I would give it to him too. But Rookie of the Year, who you got Rookie of the Year? Chet's team is winning.
So that's the.
But Victor Wembanyama
is doing things that haven't been done since you.
That's what I'm saying. So
only 10 and 3.
Who you give it to?
But the harshest shots didn't come from social media or fans. They came from inside the league itself. An anonymous NBA scout went off on Victor Wembanyama, ripping apart his performance and mentality. And trust this, when scouts talk anonymously, it's never sugarcoated. They're the ones who say what everyone else is too scared to admit. Fans and analysts have been relentless when it comes to Victor Wembanyama's shot selection. They've been calling out his basketball IQ, decision-making, and even his court awareness. Pretty harsh for a guy who's supposed to be generational. When people start questioning how you pick your shots, that's a major red flag in the NBA world. The heat got so wild that fans began claiming he's overhyped, and his critics seemed to multiply overnight like wildfire. This was a total 180 from the universal love he got as a rookie. The same people who once called him the future of basketball were now wondering if he'd even live up to it. Some extreme takes even went as far as calling him a potential bust, saying he's too thin, too fragile, and built like players who historically end up injured.
It's a unicorn. It's a rare air that he's in.
Not only is it a unicorn, but you also get to a certain height where it becomes a disservice in this league.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, there's nothing he can do about being 7'5", but I'm not sure 7'5" suits you better than being 7'1".
Right.
Or like being 7 feet. With the skill set that everyone loves about this kid, being 7'5" almost hurts that because once you get to this level, you're going to run up against guys who's way stronger, that moves as fast or faster, and they play way lower to the ground.
Right.
And as you know, low man wins.
Right.
Sadly, those fears weren't just talk. Before he could even make his post-All-Star return, the 7'3" phenom was diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis, a serious blood clot in his left shoulder, forcing him to shut down for the rest of the 2024 to 2025 season. The critics who doubted his durability suddenly looked like prophets. This was exactly what they warned about. A player that big, that tall, breaking down too soon. The timing couldn't have been worse for Wemby's image, but that's when things took an unexpected, almost cinematic twist. Instead of sulking about his injury or going dark on social media, Wembanyama decided to literally shoot for the stars. Over his first 2 NBA seasons, Victor has done everything possible to live up to his nickname, the Alien. And this NASA trip proved it better than any highlight reel could. While other players were grinding in gyms trying to silence their critics, Wemby said, "You call me an alien? Fine, I'm going to NASA. That's pure genius." He didn't run from the noise, he owned it. During his visit, he completely immersed himself in the NASA world, exploring the vehicle mock-up facility, peeking into mission control, and learning from actual astronauts. This wasn't just a flashy photo op or PR stunt. This was Wemby feeding his real curiosity about space. And the message behind it? Clear as day. He's showing the world that greatness isn't just about stats or trophies. It's about thinking bigger than basketball. While most players are stressing about contracts, box scores, or trade rumors, Wemby is out here thinking beyond the planet. He's literally expanding his horizons to include the entire universe. It's easily one of the most confident and fearless responses to criticism the NBA has ever seen.
And they absolutely rejected that. They said NBA teams are absolutely calling them, encouraging them to consider the possibility of shutting him down in order to, prevent the possibility of getting injured. But he is not going to do that. They said Victor is not that kind of player. He's a competitor. He wants to get better. He wants to take his team to the playoffs.
The timing of this NASA visit feels almost cinematic. Perfect storytelling. Here's a young player who just hit his first real wall. Injury setbacks, brutal criticism, and doubts about his future. Yet instead of letting it crush him, he flips the script completely, embarking on the most original, unexpected journey in basketball history. Even his old teammates couldn't resist talking smack. Reports claimed Wembanyama was skipping Eurobasket 2025 due to his deep vein thrombosis diagnosis, and one of his former Spurs teammates instantly took shots at him online after France lost without him. But Wemby's comeback, cool, calm, and elite. "I'll be exploring space while you're worried about Eurobasket." That's not just confidence, that's cosmic-level swagger. This NASA visit isn't just a fun off-season activity. It's a statement. It shows a player who refuses to let anyone else write his story or box him into their expectations. While critics say he should focus only on basketball, Wemby's out here proving that greatness isn't one-dimensional. He's showing the world that you can chase excellence on the court and feed your passions off it. The fact that he's a genuine space nerd who celebrated his Rookie of the Year win inside a planetarium proves this isn't about clout. This is who he truly is. Victor Wembanyama is more than a basketball prodigy. He's a one-on-one individual with rare confidence and curiosity. Think about how strong you have to be mentally to face heavy criticism, deal with a serious injury, and still chase what excites you most. Instead of letting negativity eat him alive, he turned it into fuel for exploration. And here's the twist that no one saw coming. The same critics who were tearing him down are now in awe. How do you bash a guy who's literally hanging out with astronauts and rocket engineers? How do you call someone a bust when NASA treats him like a VIP? You don't. You just sit back and realize you're witnessing something truly out of this world. Even the harshest critics, the ones who dragged Victor Wembanyama for every missed jumper and questionable shot, had to admit this NASA moment was something the NBA had never seen before. The whole narrative flipped overnight. It went from he's struggling to he's the most fascinating player in the league. But here's the genius behind it all, the long-term play that most people completely missed. Wemby isn't just playing basketball. He's building a legacy that reaches far beyond it. While other athletes focus on stats, trophies, or sneaker deals, Wemby is crafting a brand that transcends the game. He's turning himself into a cultural icon, someone whose story will be remembered long after anyone recalls his shooting percentage from last November. The man is redefining what it means to be an athlete in the social era. His supposed slump even drew comparisons to LeBron's sophomore season, when James's scoring dipped to 22.7 points per game on lower efficiency. But the irony, what's called a slump for LeBron or Wemby, would be a career night for most players. And that comparison to LeBron is key. It proves that even the greatest superstars face rough patches and public doubt. But let's be honest, how many of them respond to adversity by visiting NASA? That's not just confidence, that's innovation. While haters question his basketball IQ, Wemby was literally hanging out with rocket scientists. While others claimed he wasn't focused, he was showing interests that spanned the entire universe. The photos and clips from that visit, they'll live forever. Imagine trying to roast him online, and he claps back with a selfie from Mission Control. Game over. The whole internet would lose it. And the best part, NASA wasn't just being polite, they were honored to have him there, treating him like an actual space VIP. When the world's smartest minds are thrilled to meet you, suddenly, basketball criticism feels small. This visit cemented something deeper than highlights or trophies. It positioned Wemby as the first NBA player to achieve true crossover appeal between sports, culture, and science. He's not just building a basketball legacy anymore. He's building a cultural one that's going to echo far beyond the court. Think about what this could spark. The partnerships, the collaborations, the inspiration. Wemby's NASA visit could open doors to educational programs, science initiatives, and opportunities that motivate young fans who dream about both sports and space. While most players stay trapped inside the basketball bubble, Wemby's breaking right through it, proving you can dominate the court and expand your mind at the same time. The injury that once seemed like a setback might have actually been the best thing that ever happened to him. It gave him the time to explore his real interests and show the world who Victor Wembanyama truly is beyond the game. And that's where the story takes an incredible turn, because this whole experience is quietly setting up one of the greatest comeback arcs in modern NBA history. When Wemby steps back onto the court next season, he won't just be the guy who struggled early in his sophomore year. He'll be the player who went to NASA, the one who used his downtime to grow mentally, expand his vision, and remind everyone that greatness can't be limited to just one area of life. With proper recovery from his deep vein thrombosis, he's coming back sharper, stronger, and hungrier. The same critics who question his toughness are about to learn what happens when you doubt someone who literally reaches for the stars. Years from now, when fans talk about Victor Wembanyama's career, this NASA visit won't just be a fun memory. It'll be the moment that symbolized his evolution. It wasn't about the trip itself. It was about what it represented. A young superstar refusing to be boxed in by anyone's expectations. While others obsessed over his shooting splits and sophomore slump, Wemby was focused on the universe. That's the mindset of someone destined for a legacy far bigger than basketball. This wasn't just a wild offseason. It was a declaration. VictorWembanyama dreams on another level, plays by his own rules, and refuses to let the game define his limits. At the end of the day, while other players spent their summers perfecting jump shots and running endless drills, Wemby was out here crafting something far greater, his legacy. While the critics kept questioning his focus, he was quietly proving that real greatness isn't just about stats or highlight reels. It's about curiosity, courage, and the fearless confidence to be completely different from everyone else. This NASA visit sealed it. VictorWembanyama isn't just the future of basketball. He's the blueprint for what it means to be a global icon. He's showing that greatness can exist both on the court and among the stars. The alien has officially landed, and now he's taking all of us to places we've never even dreamed of. So what do you think? Absolute genius move, or should he have stayed grinding in the gym? Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe for more NBA stories that are truly out of this world.